What you are about to hear is real news, with really opinionated commentary from Werff. While his opinions may be considered just opinions, his track record shows he speaks the truth. If you become offended by anything said in this segment, you are welcome to leave this country for a communist one, where free speech is but a distant dream. If the truth offends you, see a therapist, and get well soon. And don't forget, subscribe to full segments at thewerffreport.com/register, where you can subscribe monthly for just $6.99 or yearly for $49.99. You can also purchase a lifetime subscription to the Werff Report for a one-time payment of $99.99 at thewerffreport.com/lifetime. Your subscriptions are the only reason we're here, so please support us today. Thank you for your support and loyalty.
Good afternoon, and welcome to another segment of the Werff Report for December 14th. Keep America vigilant. 25. Going Max. Today on the Werff Report, we are going to go so max, you will never be able to handle what we're about to tell you. This video is going to trigger every uneducated troll on the planet, and we're going to catch so much heat for this information we're about to give you. But we don't care. The truth must be spoken without fear of political retribution. The reason we have no justice in today's world is because before revealing the ugly truth to the public figures ask themselves, how is this going to look? What are people going to say? And people are going to think I'm crazy. They set aside the fact that what they have to say is the truth and cower out of fear, effectively silencing the truth because of what people will say or might say. That mentality stops here. We're not asking you to agree with us. We're asking you to listen, not just to the Werff Report, but to every honest investigative journalist out there, to come to the conclusions yourself based on what you know. We are about to present to you our conclusion, based on everything we've seen, heard, and know. And many of you are not going to agree with this video. Today, we are going to be labeled conspiracy theorists at the highest level, but this video is dated, and when the truth finally comes out to the public, everyone will know we were telling the truth. This video isn't just about the manner in which Charlie Kirk was assassinated. It's about Erica and her role in this entire plot. I want to reiterate that the information in this video is drawn from our own conclusions here at the Werff Report based on what we've seen, heard, and know. In addition to all of this, spiritual discernment of the truth is key in any investigation. In fact, it's a requirement. So without further ado, here's our take, and we're going back to the beginning. Erica Kirk studied political science and international relations at Arizona State University. This is important. She is also no stranger to public attention and fame. In 2012, she won the state pageant and competed in Miss USA. She also appeared in a music video, Emerson Drive's She's My Kind of Crazy, which was also released in 2012. She's also founded her own clothing line, all before becoming America's most popular widow. Erica also founded Everyday Heroes Like You, which included a program also known as the Romanian Angels, which involved working with orphanages in Romania and involved U.S. military personnel assisting with deliveries of gifts and letters. This work with orphanages has been the center of controversy, with some alleging it was involved with illegal activities such as trafficking, though the mainstream media claims to have debunked this information, but we all know what that means. Information and rumors claim that Erica's mother has ties to government contracts, some of which are verifiable. Others suggest Erica's father had an executive role at Raytheon's Israeli division and ties to the Iron Dome and certain high-level intelligence connections. LinkedIn and business details from websites suggest Erica's father has worked in defense consulting. Springing forward to Erica meeting Charlie is where our theory and conclusions begin. This is what we believe happened based on our knowledge of everything we've seen, heard, discerned, and know. Save this video, folks, because today you will call us fake news and conspiracy theorists. But in the not so distant future, as our previous record supports, you will find that we were dead on. Erica's initial encounter with Charlie Kirk was not an accident. It was intentional. Not by Erica alone, but by some very powerful people. Erica was to be inserted into Charlie's life as everything he had ever hoped for in a woman, and serve as Charlie's handler. The promise was that when the time came in the not-so-distant future, Erica would become CEO of Turning Point USA and receive Millions. We believe Erica always had a thirst for attention, fame, and money, and she was willing to do anything she could to get there. So when she had the chance to jump into a music video, she took it, in hopes it would jumpstart a career. We believe that underneath the smiles and Bible verses, Erica actually hated Charlie, and secretly despised the role she had to play as his loving wife. Some information suggests that Charlie had figured this out shortly before he was killed. There are friends of Charlie who have allegedly indicated that Charlie believed his wife was not who he thought she was, and that she was part of the very system Charlie dedicated his life to exposing. Erica Kirk is a phenomenal actress. We weren't completely sure at first, and we have alluded to our suspicions in previous episodes, but we were waiting for one thing to confirm what we believed we already knew. We wanted her to come out publicly against Candace Owens, and she finally has. We know that Candace's investigation into Charlie Kirk's assassination is genuine and truthful. We've seen text messages from Charlie. We've heard the evidence she's presented so far, and it all checks out. And we knew that if Erica came out against Candace, it was 100% proof that Candace was getting too close. Erica Kirk in recent days has lied to the public, and her media blitz and biased questions from the hosts of these events proves that a massive campaign is underway for damage control to hide the truth, spin the Fed slop narrative, and condemn anyone who dare ask questions or call into question the grieving widow. You want examples of Erica lying to the public? Erica stated that she has Charlie's cell phone and insisted that he was not texting people the night before, saying he believed that they were going to kill him. However, this flies in the face of an account given by Frank Turek. Take a look.
He was not messaging people the day before saying, I'm going to be murdered, they're coming after me, someone's going to kill me. He didn't say that. And I have his cell phone.
I texted him and I said, I hope you've increased your security detail. He texted me back. He said, quote, I have. I know they want me dead.
They want me dead. You better keep asking questions because it's the only thing that keeps us free.
Oops. In addition to this, Andrew Colvett told Candace Owens that Charlie was texting people saying he thought they were going to kill him tomorrow. Even further, an insider source within Turning Point USA has stated that Dan Flood received the same message from Charlie. So Charlie did text people the night before saying he believed he was going to be killed tomorrow, and Erica knew this. She's 100% lying. Next, Erica Kirk ridiculed the idea of Egyptian planes following her for years leading up to this. In her recent town hall, she essentially made fun of it to make it appear ridiculous to the public. However, it wasn't just Candace Owens that made this claim. Tucker Carlson verified this information and publicly stated that it is in fact true. Curiously enough, Erica insinuated that people were claiming she was on board these Egyptian military planes, but she is actually the first one to say that we've seen. So is there truth in that? Was she actually on board? Remember, Andrew Colvett, it may have been the day after Charlie was killed, described a mysterious phone call Erica received from a very powerful person who asked her, "How much do you know?" To which he says Erica replied, "I know everything." And indeed she did, folks. Erica knows exactly what happened to Charlie, and she was most certainly in on it, at least on the cover-up level. Erica Kirk is a modern-day Delilah. For those of you not familiar, the Bible describes a woman by the name of Delilah who was bribed by the Philistine rulers with a large sum of money to discover the secret of Samson's strength, which came from God. Delilah seduced him and tried multiple times to get the truth out of him. Finally, Samson admitted that his strength would leave him if his hair was cut, so she lulled him to sleep and called for a man to shave his head. The Philistines then captured him, gouged out his eyes, and tortured him. Erica is today's Delilah. She was installed into Charlie's life, and as soon as Charlie would no longer play ball, they did away with him and showered Erica with money and fame, which is her reward. We are still very curious to discover the true depth of Erica's relationship, if any, with Andrew Colvett, which remains to be seen. So who do we believe is they? They are the bad actors who have been carefully installed in France, Israel, our own government, and potentially Egypt. The main head of this is the Zionist installed to Israel, who are hell-bent on controlling the global narrative on Israel in order to further their plans, because nobody would dare go against the people of God, just like no one would dare go against a grieving widow. It was a perfect plot. The Zionists in Israel do control our country and a lot of the world. They control our public figures. They control our politicians. They control almost everyone. So when an incredibly influential man who was educating our young future generation of people made the choice to, quote, abandon the pro-Israel cause just before his death, they had to kill him, so they could take over Turning Point USA, redirect the conversation on Israel back to a positive one that is completely controlled, and hand out Israeli pins to the actress widow and anyone else on the inside that helped keep their evil secrets. Killing Charlie was not their first option, though. It was their final one. They first allegedly tried to buy Charlie to the tune of $150 million. Charlie refused, so that didn't work. And that's when they realized it was time for Charlie to go. Israel had help from France and some very corrupt people that are part of the deep state in our own government, mainly our military. How do we know this? Aside from the Egyptian planes and the foreign dignitary that came off one of those planes requiring a U.S. escort, a man investigating an incident from over 30 years ago happened to walk in on a top-secret meeting on September 8th, just 2 days before Charlie's death. The man identified with 100% certainty Charlie's head of security as being part of this meeting, along with over a dozen high-ranking military officials, a sight which he says you would only see at the Pentagon. The witness also described a man about 5'10" with gray hair and glasses as the head of the meeting. The officials involved in this meeting immediately detained the witness and interrogated him for 7 hours. They attempted to place a 48-hour hold on him for frivolous reasons, saying he was or made some sort of bomb threat and other allegations to keep him locked up. Remember, Charlie Kirk was killed 48 hours later, so it appears that they were trying to keep him detained until the deed was done, to make sure he didn't interfere. What's interesting is the witness believed at the time that he was being treated this way because of the incident he was investigating, which occurred over 30 years prior, but he later realized after recognizing Charlie's head of security that it was related to Charlie. So how did they do it? There was no shooter, and there was no magic bullet. There was no bullet at all. Remember how Israel, more specifically the Mossad, rigged and booby-trapped pagers to kill members of Hezbollah last year? They did the same to Charlie's microphone and or mic pack. We previously told you in an earlier segment that some sort of device was detonated under Charlie's clothing related to his microphone. It wasn't an explosion that you would expect from a bomb. The device was detonated. You could see the large amount of air escaping from Charlie's shirt, which many people falsely attributed to being wind from the bullet. Now we have indisputable proof in the form of new video footage from a different angle, clear as day. The video footage we're about to show you at a new angle of Charlie Kirk's assassination is graphic, and viewer discretion is strongly advised. We can't play it here, so at this time, if you're not already there, please head over to thewerffreport.com to subscribe and watch this segment in its entirety. This video isn't clickbait. None of them are. It's how we advertise and market our product without selling our soul to donors and advertisers. You can watch the rest of this video through your subscription at thewerffreport.com. You will not be disappointed. And after the video, we'll explain how the detonated device may have actually sliced Charlie, not shot him, and how a French intelligence asset with ties to Israel has moved near Candace Owens, sparking massive security concerns. If you're not there already, meet us over at thewerffreport.com now, where we can play the rest of this video freely without the threat of being shut down for good. And no, this is not a scam, clickbait, or a scheme for money. It's the only feasible way to bring you the real truth without having our YouTube channel shut down for good. They've banned us already once this year, and they will not hesitate to do it again. Sign up for full segments now at thewerffreport.com. We appreciate your support and we love you all. God bless you all. God bless President Trump and God bless America.